Hello.
Hey, Louise. Hello. We made it, hey?
We made it just in time. I hope Norma's in the front row so she can let us know if everything is fine. Sorry about not making it last week, guys. It's actually, I hope I'm going to get through tonight without having a fit of coughing, which is not pretty. So if I do have it, Antoinette, you're on your own. It's not pretty like that. Okay, so you'll be on your own, I'll be muted, and I'll be ducking. Okay, so yeah.
I'm also coughing at the moment, so don't, please.
No, I really don't want to. I'm much better, so I can handle it now. Okay, what are we talking about tonight?
We are talking about self-sabotage, why we do it, and how we can stop.
It's that nice image that I sent out with the email of the guy who's sitting on the tree.
I loved it.
Yeah, sitting on the tree and he's sawing it and he's about to fall down. It's quite amazing how many people do it. A lot of people are not aware until you ask them, and then they go, "Oh yes, I do that all the time." Some people are still in denial that they are actually sabotaging themselves because it can be very much under the radar. It's not always obvious. It's sometimes we have such good reasons why we should not do stuff. And we have very good, say somebody has been in a relationship that's been bad for a while, and had a history like that. Then the conversation in the head can be, let me rather not get into relationships. But maybe you don't have that conversation in your head, but your subconscious tells you that you're just going to be left again. If you get in too deep, you are going to have extraordinary pain because somebody is just going to leave you again. Now, if that is not aware, you're not aware of that, you will go and choose somebody who's unsuitable. So if you have that fear of being left, you sabotage yourself and your relationships by choosing somebody who's not suitable. That could also be because you don't have worthiness, but that's the other reason why we do that. Okay, I didn't bring any questions tonight. You have questions?
No, I have a self-observation, which requires quite a lot of authenticity, but I seem to be getting better at that. So, last week I did a whole week of posts on self-sabotage, and and I'm not exactly sure why I chose that theme, but I know.
You know why I laugh? You know why I laugh? Because we've done a summit recording twice now already. And every time what comes out of your mouth surprises me. Unfortunately, I didn't record the second one, so we'll do another one. But yeah, it's been an interesting week. Okay, surprise me. What's coming out of your mouth?
You have no idea what might come out. So here we go. I did a post, I think it was Tuesday or something, on 10 signs that you might be self-sabotaging. And I was shocked out of my shoes to be able to tick 9 out of 10 of them. And I was, no ways. I've come so far. I'm so far into recovery. My life is working so well. I mean, really, I'm showing up. I'm doing things. So much has changed. Yet I could tick nearly every box there. And I think the self-sabotage is happening because I am showing up and I am getting out there and I am doing things. So I tell you what it's really shocking, and I'm willing to reveal this, Louise, because you're right, it's hidden. I had no idea. Procrastination, overindulgence, self-criticism, negativity. I put the list, I wish I could show it on the screen here. It's like, I was shocked when I looked at that list. Firstly, you don't consider a lot of those things self-sabotage. And secondly, we do so many things unconsciously. I realized how unconsciously I eat, for example. So it's so interesting. People tell me you cannot be an overeater because I never get fat. I always look pretty healthy and good because I only keep healthy things in my house. So I don't I don't go and eat hamburgers and chips and Smarties, but I've started observing myself. I eat about 6 or 8 times a day. Like, I think it's a combination of procrastination. What do you call it when you deviate yourself from doing what you're meant to do,
Distraction.
avoiding
Distraction.
distraction,
Mhm.
overindulgence. So, to be honest with you, the whole
maybe Antoinette, you're just a goat, and that's just your eating pattern, and that's okay because it's
well,
working for you.
that's another thing to consider, actually, Louise. It's such an interesting space I find myself in now because when I looked at all of those things, I had to ask myself, maybe I'm just a person who eats 6 or 8 times a day. I do. I
Do you
have
have a
done
list?
that.
Do you have a list nearby? That list.
Sorry?
You have the list. Do you have it nearby?
Let me see if I can find it. You carry on talking so long. How do I share something on here? Oh, share. Okay, you talk. I'll find the list. I have got it here.
Can you share? That will be nice to see if you can do that.
How do I find it?
This is when I want to cough, Antoinette.
Okay, well, you come. I'll disappear. Everyone will get frustrated. Maybe
No,
we
it's like
just sabotage.
It's like Laurel and Hardy tonight here. It's not a very good. Okay, so all right, so I'll tell you a story about self-sabotage. So one
I'm
of
gonna
the
try and find it.
amazing people who's a speaker on our summit, which is from trauma to triumph, and so this everyone is amazing. So because they've all overcome the biggest stuff, and they've gone to being very powerful and present. And so I'm not getting her bio. I'm not getting her nothing, her links, her nothing, and her nothing. And she's the only one who doesn't make an appointment. She's got excuses. They sound good. I'm working. I'm this. I'm doing. I just have to do this. I just have to do this. By Monday, yesterday, she wanted to move yesterday, which is like the last of the last deadlines. She wanted to move it again to maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. And I just said to her, no. What's up? Come on. You are sabotaging yourself here, and I'm not going to sit by and watch you do it. You can stop playing small now. Done. It's my new thing. Okay, so I'm telling all of you, nobody's playing small anymore. Okay, just stop. Okay, you don't have to play small because such a lot of self-sabotage is going on around playing small.
That's mine.
Yeah, and she, yeah, well, gee, what do you think I tell this? And she got it immediately.
Wow.
Say if you say something straight like that to somebody, then they would like, we all have, no, you know what, sometimes you have to say something straight because it's said with much love and not coming from a place of judgment. It's just like, let's get real, sister. We're not playing small. Come, show up. It's time. Show up. Dump all
So,
these
Louise, yeah, I mean, yes, that's exactly my issue that's happening right now because I've come such a long way on my recovery and I'm doing so well. And right now, I can't share that if for some reason I'm not set up for it, but it's on my Facebook page. So I have a question. Why do we self-sabotage and how do we stop it? Thank goodness I caught it because it's so automatic. Because it comes in the form of, I don't know, there's just like these things that distract you, or you're hungry, or yeah, how many times you cancel things, and then you also start creating your own reality, like the technology doesn't start working, or things start bombing out because you've
my
decided on.
technology, no, my technology is playing small, not me. I'm not doing that.
No,
This is
I'm
my
not talking
technology.
about you.
Yeah, but you can talk about my technology tonight because this thing crashed 10 minutes before we were supposed to go on. Okay, so Antoinette, you know there's an amazing quote from Marianne Williamson, which is, our greatest fear is not that we will fail. Our greatest fear is that we will be successful beyond our belief.
Why are we scared of that?
Because, okay, so look, come on, let's start with the logic of it. Ask yourself, when I was small and I'd achieved something, was I celebrated? What happened? Did somebody actually notice it? First of all, because, very much whatever I did, it sort of just didn't happen much. And definitely after my first 3 years of school, when my parents got divorced, it was like I became invisible. Before that, there was still a fuss made. After that, it was like, no, sister, you're on your own. Do well, fail, go to school, swim the whole day, read 6 books, which is what I did. It doesn't matter. So if it doesn't matter if you do well to anybody, then it's a bit challenging. You've got to how does a child by themselves know that you need to develop that inner core if you're running around wild? And it only happened with me after 12, and that I decided I will grow myself up. But take the other scenario where you are doing very well. Now, if you excel at something, then the children in the house around you can feel smaller than you, or your mother takes too much responsibility for them or for the favorite one and don't make a fuss of you. My brother told me fairly recently that he felt less than I did because I did better in school than he did. Yeah, I don't know how, because I was scribbling and reading books the whole day.
And what if your mother feels like that maybe as well?
I don't know. I didn't ever pay attention to. I didn't notice if she was ignoring me on purpose so that he doesn't feel bad. I don't know that. I really didn't notice that. I don't know. But I do know about a lot of clients who had to play small for their brother or their sister, and they were not allowed to shine. They were actually punished with cruel language, like, who are you to come into this house and think you can be a little Miss Diva? That is not on. That's not how we do stuff. And it's like, seriously, this super intelligent child who's doing so well and getting accolades and getting recognition from the town council, and she's punished. She's not allowed to go there because her siblings doesn't do as well as she does. Yeah, there's a lot of cases, more than we would want to know, of that going on, because a sibling was the mother's favorite, not the shining star. And so I don't know that happened with me, but it had zero influence on me because I didn't know. I had a different things. Like, I will grow myself up and I will make sure I get myself grown up well. So, but you develop other kind of things. You believe when you're invisible, you never believe you're good enough. And then you're going to have exactly the same story, where you're going to really hesitate to put yourself out there and show up and do this and do amazing things. And because you're going to keep on saying to yourself, who am I to do this? This summit that I'm organizing with 20 women who are all masters of a field, which is international. I could never have done this 5 years ago even, and my self-esteem was good. There's layers of getting over yourself. You have to pick yourself up on the level that you are, and you have to say, put on that big brooks, those big panties, and show up. Show up even if you are scared. Don't allow yourself to play small, because once you figure it out, you must just not do it. It's not fear. Fear is not a reason not to do something. It is just, it is just something to get through.
So, besides, that's my issue. For what other reasons would people self-sabotage? It always comes down to not feeling good enough, I guess, about...
Self-esteem is the one thing. Why do you have low self-esteem? Go and check that out. So it's always self-esteem you check first. If somebody doesn't want to try something, If somebody will sabotage himself, if somebody has a long story about a logical thing, why they wouldn't it start with sabotage? Go check if you are worthy, if you believe you are worthy, because with self-esteem we start with worthiness, self-worth. Limiting beliefs is something that you pick up through the way that you grow up. So how your upbringing gives you limiting beliefs, and your limiting beliefs, you have to work very hard on identifying them and finding something better in the place of it. And the third one is pure and simply fear. Fear, fear, fear. Fear of judgment, number one. Fear of judgment, number one. Each and every single person who, as a self-sabotager, have to ask the first thing. The first question is fear of judgment. Fear of abandonment, always there. Fear of being good. Fear of being good, because then people are going to notice you. So if you're the shy one who hides in the corner, an introvert, and you've got very low self-esteem, you're going to fear being seen. So you have to fix your self-esteem so you don't have a fear of being seen. You have to be able to show up and say, here I am. I'm awesome. And why wouldn't you want me? That's how you must be able to do it. Like a 4-year-old in a Batman costume.
Can I be a Batgirl? Superwoman. I mean, the incredible thing is once you move through a fear, Elizabeth Gilbert said in her book, The Big Magic, that her fear could come with her on the ride in the suitcase, but it cannot run the show. So when you asked me to talk on the summit that's coming out next week, I can't tell you how much fear and resistance and self-sabotage I had to work through just to show up, to send you a biography. So I understand that lady's point of view. But the interesting thing is once you recognize that, as you said, it's knowing it. Like now I know, am I sabotaging because I eat 6 times a day? Am I just trying to waste time or not like myself? Then we can, once you got that self-awareness, you can work with it. So now when I'm fearful, because another thing that happens to me I've never seen on a list is I get really tired. Really tired, like I've just got to go and sleep. It's like I'm too tired now to do this next thing. I got to go sleep.
A lot of people get tired, and a lot of people get tired, sleepy, and a lot of people get a pain. Especially when they need to deal with emotional issues. So they pitch up, they know today we're going to deal with this, and they would sit there, they will nod off, or they will distract themselves with, oh, the pain is so bad today. And we've talked about it before, so I don't want to carry on talking about it, but that is another form of self-sabotage, is distracting you from what you don't want in whichever way, whether it's eating, and I think you're just a goat, I think you're fine.
So how do we heal this? Do we heal it through just like recognizing it, and then like when the fear comes now, when I'm fearful, that's when I know I just have to do it actually. And when you've done it, then you're like, well, that wasn't actually so hard.
Yeah, I set goals for myself. Like this is what I want to achieve in so long. I'm going to publish a book. Oh, hell no, everybody's going to know about my story. Okay, Louise, get over yourself. Do due diligence and make sure everybody who's affected is fine with the story, and you check it a million times. And then go and push publish, because you're not going to die. And it's the actual fact that this book is out, and I'm standing there in my Batman cape, like, I'm taking on the world. Okay, don't you dare come and say something to me about this terrible person that I am, because you've now read about all my stories, all my vulnerabilities are out there. And, and then you sort of get over yourself and you start not Somebody, if that is what somebody gets from the book, then I was like, please go read it again. I'm going to cough. Okay, so if I disappear, it's because I'm on the carpet coughing. So
Yeah, so
I think you have to have, when you have a goal that's bigger than you, pitch up for the summit, or I want to get a master's degree, or I want to start a new job. When you have a goal that you are passionate about, then all you have to do is break it down in steps, do what is needed, and get through every single step. Let your passion for what you want to do help you to put on those big girl and big boy panties and soldier through the fear, because that is how you get rid of it. Once you write a resume, you go, you apply for a job, you get some, you don't get some. You just still don't die. You just learn how to do better interviews. And maybe you get a better job because you've lost that one. So no matter how hard it is, it's still not a reason for us not to get through it. And by the way, you have a much bigger chance of getting that job if you show up with your Batman cape on. I'm here, and I'm going to do this. And I am the best candidate for the job, and I want to be here. Pick me. Yeah, pick me. I'm here with my Batman cape.
sure, but you've got to be self-aware first. Eh? So I actually wrote down these 10 things because they helped me with my self-awareness. That's why I posted them, because it's quite hard to take ownership of these things. And I think I would encourage everybody to take ownership of these things if you see them in yourself, because that's a triumph, actually. It's not a backward step. I think when we see these things in ourselves, we feel horrified. But that's the beginning of getting through them. Am I right?
Yeah, but Antoinette, you must also not be hyper about it, because some of us have a way of punishing ourselves a little bit instead of just being a little bit kind to ourselves. Some of us.
True, true.
Now, don't
You're not
overdo
talking
it. Please find
about
balance. Where you are procrastinating about something, you can know that something is up. And where you have an illogical reaction to something that you logically should be able to do, that's where you want to worry about. Not everything is going to fit everybody. We all have diverse fears. We all have, a lot of us have got fears about public speaking, or learning new skills, or going into groups and new relationships. So there's anything that's new to us, but because we don't like feeling unsure. So just become aware when you have an illogical thing going on. I should really be able to do this. Why am I putting it off? Procrastination is a huge thing to tell you, but also illogical. The illogical is hard to see, but procrastination is easy to see, except we tell ourselves such good stories. I'm just very busy today, and it was just this I have to do first. And yeah, so we are very good with being in denial, and it's never on purpose. Okay, shall we see if we have any? I think we are about to finish. Any wisdom coming out of your mouth?
We
There?
already finished our half an hour. Let's see who's there.
You're going to say hello quickly. Okay. Hi, Norma. Front row. That's where we like you.
Hello, Nova. Yay.
Hi,
Hello,
Robert.
Robert.
I see you're going to be on Thursday. You and Antoinette's going to speak. I'm going to try my utmost best to remember, because I don't hang around on Facebook all that much. Hi, Esther. Yeah, thanks, Esther. I haven't crawled around once on the floor.
Sorry.
I don't know what sounds like you, but I hope it's not my cough.
No, she means the Robin's talking on Thursday, and it's a big thing for her.
Oh, okay. Ah, okay, I get that.
Yeah.
We are on a touchy subject here. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay, so have you identified your fear, Esther? It helps if you identify the exact fear, because then you can talk to it. Then you can say, like I just said, I'm playing small because I was invisible. I didn't believe I was good enough. But that's rubbish. I refuse to keep on doing that. Okay. Really, Caroline? You're a procrastination queen? But
Sorry, I'm
I'm an
only laughing because I identify.
Yeah,
Hello,
but
Caroline.
I'm just so impressed with how you go after stuff that you're so passionate about. I haven't seen the procrastination side of it. That's why I'm like, okay. I'm always
Who,
impressed because you
Caroline?
go. Yeah, she goes
Huh?
in the right place and do this and do that. It's all the stuff she's passionate about. I don't know what you procrastinate about, so I'm surprised. I don't know, but I can make this through the next 5 minutes. As you are, not having to achieve anything called your purpose is to be. Oh, wow. Yeah, I
Oh.
love that. Yeah, absolutely love it.
Mhm.
Okay.
But you know the
Thank
other thing.
you.
Oh,
Thank you,
thank you,
sweetie.
Caroline. The other thing, Louise, I wanted to ask you one more question. Because I'm so hard on myself, I always think I'm procrastinating. But one thing I've realized recently is there's some things maybe I just don't want to do, and I'm trying to force myself to do them. Actually, it's like I don't
Huh?
like writing, and I've been trying to force myself to write. Now that I'm talking, I do still go into these self-sabotaging patterns, but I can move through them quickly because I really enjoy it. So sometimes maybe we're trying to force ourselves to be a square peg in a round hole because we think we should, or someone told us that's what we should do, or
I think that's the opposite side of that's called people pleasing. So that's the opposite side well, people pleasing is a way of self sabotage, but I don't think most people will focus on that part of it because people pleasing is so debilitating. You stop knowing who you are and what you want. So you have to become really in tune with who you are and what you want and become passionate about it. I'm like, when you become passionate about anything, it pushes you to do stuff which are bigger than yourself. It's like my answer for everything. Become passionate about something. Uh, it takes your mind off monkey talk. It gives yourself something to focus on, which is not yourself, which is what monkey talk is all about, which is very, very painful. And it helps you to grow. It helps you to push yourself through the fear. That, and I very much like going on my motorbike and going up mountain passes. And I will push myself to do that. I love it. Even though I scare myself, that I love it. But the story about the fear is exactly something that I learned on my motorbike because I was so scared of going up Sani Pass on 2 wheels. And then I was so scared of coming down that I didn't enjoy it. On 2 wheels, people, please just be impressed, okay? And I have done zero off-road riding. So just be double impressed, okay? And as I came down past that third sharp turn and I started going, I was so annoyed with myself because I realized that the fear was keeping me from enjoying the experience. That is the day when I learned, don't let the fear keep you from your experience. And now, incidentally, whatever other pass I do, I go like, oh, this one is a 7, Sani is a 9 or a 10. I can do this. No matter how hard it is, I just say to myself, I can do it. Because once you've said to yourself, I can do it, and you don't focus on all the reasons you can't do something, you can go and do it. And don't let the fear stop you from having the experience. I think we've got another comment here. Okay. Right. Okay, all right.
Do you still get fear ever, Louise?
Of course. I think my fears are more the kind. It's the stuff that's mostly invisible to us. You don't want somebody dying on you, and it's more like those kind of things that are linked to abandonment fears when you care about people. That's more the kind of fears that I have. I would stuff like getting Alzheimer's, stuff like that. I mean, I don't even want to say it. I don't want to even bring that in mind. But, that kind of thing where I won't be able to do my work is like literally the only thing that if I allowed myself to go there, if I was in any way willing to bring that negativity into my life. But I'm not. I am focusing on doing all the right things, but I'm also focusing on being positive and doing bringing that energy into my life. So yes, that is the kind of fear that I have. But all these little nonsense fears that used to be so enormous, that was so debilitating, I tend to notice them very fast and do something about it. And it gets easier. That's why you've got to go push through it, because the more you do it, the easier it becomes, and you are not beholden by fear anymore. Okay, anything else from you, Antoinette, so we can finish off?
No, I think we're over time now.
Are you hungry? Supper waiting?
Yes, it is. I think Jeff's more hungry than me. Louise, quickly talk about the summit next week. Not talk, just tell us.
Okay. So we are hosting the Trauma to Triumph Summit, which is from the 15th to the 18th of March, next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And what it is 20 amazing women who have overcome stuff. I mean, the range of what people have overcome is enormous. Having had to escape from Lebanon, abuse, rape, suicide, somebody committing suicide, bulimia, sexual issues, having been a prostitute. I don't want to give away everything, but it is just the most amazing stories, and everybody's just sharing, and we're having these kind of honest conversations that we have all the time. Everybody's sharing, and they're bringing their enormous wisdom and all their life skills, and whoever attends is going to need to come with a notebook and a good sharp pencil, because you're going to want to take notes. It is just going to be. I mean, I'm listening now the second time and I'm like, wow! Like, how did I not even hear that the first time? I feel I have to listen 3-4 times more. Okay, so it's next week, and I will post it. It will be my email, so I will post it. You will post it, and it's going to be awesome. So I hope you all are going to sign up for it, because you really don't want to miss this. You want to watch every single one. There's not one that I want to say don't watch it. It's going to be
and
so
it's
good.
free. Hey, there's no charge for it.
It's free if you want to own it forever. There's a charge for owning it forever. So if you want to have all the recordings and the audios, then there is a charge for that. But it's a discount until Monday on that. So it's $67 if you want to own it forever. But you can show up every single day and watch completely for free. You don't have to buy. It's just if you see that this is stuff I need to have. And there's loads of gifts. They're not available before the time. They're available on the day. And there are loads and loads of amazing gifts. We're going to break the internet, because there's like some one thing we I can't put on. We're going to break the internet. Watch it.
Yes, I'm so excited. Yay.
Every man is going to want it. That's all I'm going to say. Every man.
Every man.
Every man is going to want this one gift. Not every woman, every man.
Oh,
And that's all I'm saying.
It must be the prostitute.
No.
No.
No. Okay, let's go eat. Jan is cooking a German meal tonight. He's half German, so we're having a German meal tonight. Off we go.
Oh, enjoy.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're having
good night.
lovely German sausages from Beerfuss also, and yeah. So, bye-bye, people. Going to eat now.
Okay, good
Thanks
night.
everybody for coming. Love you lots. Always happy to see you.
Yeah, good night. And
Wait,
same
I'm
here.
still playing the song. Wait, I need to play the song. I need to play the song.
Okay.
There, let's read that one from Esther. Love one in you who is sad. Love one in you who is scared. Love one in you who is angry. Love one in you who is lonely.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Thank you, Esther.
I completely agree with you, Esther. I only truly learned about loving other people once I learned how to love myself. And I had no clue. I thought I did, but it's never been as real as it's now when I truly love and accept myself. Now I love and accept everybody else with zero judgment. Just love. Okay, guys. Enjoy your meals. Eaten. It's supper time here in South Africa, so off we go.
Thank you, everybody. Bye. Good night.